WeirDo, WeirDo 20, forever weird. Chapter 1. Bella was my very first friend when I started school here. Remember that time I tripped over in the class wearing Sally's old shoes? It was so embarrassing. But that's the moment I met Bella Allen. Hi, WeirDo. See, she's always been there for me. She's smart and funny and always laughs at my bad jokes. What did the police officer say to her belly button? You're under a vest. She likes my drawings too. A camamu, camel plus emu. And she's one of those people who's always smiling. See? Huh? Bella looked miserable. What was going on? I was trying to figure out what would possibly have been wrong when Miss Franklin asked our class to listen up. We are going to work on writing plays, she said, staring animals, and we're working in pairs. Everyone sounded excited. Everyone but Bella. I quickly turned to Bella and asked her to join me. Maybe if we worked together on our play after school, I could find a way to cheer her up. Chapter 2. Something was really up with Bella. My old walrus impression didn't even get a smile. Our jokes were not hitting the spot at all. What isn't our favourite subject at school? Algebra, of course. But Bella barely raised a smile. I bet you can't guess who I am, I asked. Who? I was getting nothing. Not even my weird warts could crack her up. And they were hilarious. Okay, maybe my funny walks needed a little work, but I could tell Bella needed cheering up. And I was running out of ideas. Maybe I just needed to ask her what was wrong. Bella, I said. Yes, Weir, she replied. I can tell something's up. Do you want to talk about it? Bella sighed. Then she took a deep breath. Well, she began, Mum and Dad told me last night that we're moving house. You're moving your house? Where are you taking it? It wasn't the best joke, but I guess I didn't want to hear what Bella was saying. No, we're moving away. Bella explained that her dad had just lost his job at the local theatre company and that her mum wasn't well. So they'd made the tough decision to move far, far away to live with her grandparents. How far? Really far. Not having Bella around would be like a colouring book with no crayons. Wrong. A clown without giant shoes. Wrong. A water slide with no water. Ow! Wrong. I didn't know what to do or what to say. So I did the only thing I could think of. Hug. Suddenly, we felt someone else joining our hug. It was Fido. When Bella saw him there, she started laughing. Then I started laughing too. It was so good to see her smiling again. I love that dog, she said. I'm going to miss him. Fido jumped into her lap and gave her a big lick. I think he's trying to say that he's going to miss you too, I said. Lick. Then suddenly I had a great idea for our play. What if our star was a dog that was super smart and could talk? Ooh, I love it. Chapter 3. In almost no time, Bella and I had come up with an awesome play called Smarty Pup, the Possum Genius. Smarty Pup! The story went like this. A girl called Lily adopts an ordinary dog from the pound and takes him home. This way, JJ, and then come some alien groups falls on him after a metro shower one night. Plop. And in the morning, the dog can talk and is super smart. To solve this problem, we must use E equals MC2. And by the way, I can talk now. Bella was going to play Lily. Fido was going to play JJ the Smarty Pup. With a little help from me and a mask, this is going to be Possum. We even came up with a song for Lily and JJ to sing together at the end. It was called Friends Forever. It was all about Lily and JJ, who became best friends and promised they'll always stay buddies, no matter what. Bella was a great singer, but she was a bit nervous about having to sing in front of everyone at school. It's okay, Bella, I said. We can skip that part if you want. You know what? She said. It's a really good song, and Mum has always told me to be brave. So I'll give it a go. What's the worst that can happen anyway? She said, shrugging. Other than everyone running out of the room in horror. Make it stop! That's not going to happen, I laughed. You're a great singer. Everyone's going to love it. Bella smiled. Thanks, Weir. If I really bomb out, I'm going to come looking for you. Now we just needed to find someone to play Lily's dad. It made perfect sense to ask Mr. Allen. He was Bella's dad, plus he was a great actor, our town's finest. Mr. Allen won the local theatre's Best Actor award every single year. They were bursting out of his trophy cabinet. We ran over to Bella's house to ask him. I thought he'd jump at the chance, but that's not what happened. I'm sorry, kids, he said sadly. I just can't do it. But Mr. Allen, I said, you'd be awesome. You're the best actor in town. That's very nice of you to say so, Weir, he answered, but I'm afraid my acting days are behind me. I couldn't believe it. Mr. Allen didn't think he could do it. Our plans were about to be flushed down the toilet. Bella said her dad didn't feel as confident about acting since losing his job at the theatre. Things were looking really grim. Without an actor to play Lily's dad, we didn't have a play. There was only one other person we could ask. Would he save the day? I'll do it. Chapter 4. Over the next few days, we all worked really hard on our play. was a superstar as Lily. Fido was nailing it too, with a little help from me doing his voice. You can talk now? Certainly sounds that way. Dad was hilarious. His acting was so over the top. Well, what? A talking dog? JJ the Smarty Pup was not only a genius, he had become a bit of a joker in the play too. Dad was having so much fun with Smarty Pup's jokes. What did the Dalmatian say after lunch? That hit the spot. That hit the spot. He's a Dalmatian with spots. What's worse than finding a worm in your apple? Finding half a worm in your apple. Half a worm because you've eaten the other half. What did the left eye say to the right eye? Between us, something smells. Something smells. He means his nose. Everyone at school was really sad that Bella was leaving. We were all going to miss her so much. Bella's mum was still in hospital, so she couldn't come to the play. But Henry said he'd film it so Bella could show her later. Thanks, Henry, said Bella. You're a great friend. Don't mention it, said Henry. Who knows? One day I might use the footage to make a blockbuster movie. We all started talking about some of our favourite memories with Bella. I had so many, like the time we were on an excursion at the zoo and the duck took off with my Bella drawing. Or the first time I saw Bella on the soccer field, booting the ball like a cannon, and meeting her dog, Tiny. Oh, and that time we both had braces. Toby Hogan remembered the time Bella saved him from the tyres at school camp. That tyre was trying to eat me, said Toby. Oof. We've always had so much fun trick-or-treating, said Wendy. Bella always had the best costumes. What about the cooking for the district finals, said Super Funny. That was scissors, paper, rock and roll. Remember the time we tried out for a TV ad, said Henry. And when we dug for buried treasure, he added. We'll really miss our school captain, sniffed Miss Franklin. But it wasn't just everyone at school that was going to miss Bella. My whole family was going to miss her too. But I was pretty sure I was going to miss her the most. Chapter 5. We decided to go over to Bella's house to help them pack for their move. Mrs. Allen was still in hospital and Mr. Allen needed some serious cheering up. Mum and Dad were in the kitchen. Why shouldn't you joke about peanut butter? People might spread it around. What do bad cooks use to tell them when a roast is done? A smoke detector. Dad was trying really hard to make Mr. Allen laugh. May the forks be with you. Granddad, Roger and Sally were working on the bathroom. What happened to the leopard that fell in the bathtub? He came out spotless. I was with Bella, helping her sort through some of her old stuff, when something familiar caught my eye. "You kept this?" I asked. "Of course I did," said Bella with a gentle nudge. "WeirDo," she added. "You're the best." "Me? No, Bella was the best." I really wanted to tell her how much she meant to me, too. I took a deep breath. "Bella, I think you're..." Splat, fling! Whoa! Tiny's sudden leap on the bed had sent me flying. "Tiny really knows how to make an entrance," said Bella, helping me up. "He sure does," I said. "Hey, what's all this?" I asked, picking up some of the paper that had tumbled out of the box. "They are paper squares for making origami." "I've never used them," she said. "Grandma Doe had shown me how to make a few things on one of her visits, which suddenly gave me a great idea." "Bella," I said, "I know how to make origami flowers. Should we make a bunch to take to your mum?" Bella beamed at me. "Yes," she said, "Mum would love that." I showed Bella how to make the flowers, and soon enough we had a big bunch ready to take to the hospital. And while Bella had been busy folding, I'd made something I wanted to give to her later. Maybe that would help her understand how much she meant to me. Mr. Allen drove us to the hospital to visit Bella's mum. "Special delivery." She loved the flowers. "They are gorgeous," she said. "I can't believe you two made these." Visiting hours were almost over, so we couldn't stay. Wish I could be there for the play tomorrow," said Bella's mum, "but I know you two will be superstars." Back at Bella's, I was looking for the right moment to give her the heart I'd made. It was almost time to go, so it was now or never. Bella," I said, "I made this for Chomp." "What?" Tiny had just launched between us and chomped down my paper heart. "What was that?" said Bella. She reached into Tiny's giant jaws and pulled out my sloppy orange heart. My sloppy origami heart. Bella looked confused. It didn't look much like a heart anymore, more like a chewed up piece of bubble gum. "This is a heart?" Bella asked me. "Well, it was a heart," I admitted. "I love it," cried Bella. "Dodgy drool and all." Chapter 6. It was finally the morning of the play, and we were ready. Our show about a super smart talking dog was going to be perfect. We wanted to run through a couple more of the scents before the big show, but Dad was still in bed. "Rise and shine," we called out. Dad's mouth was moving, but nothing was coming out. No sound at all. "Oh no!" Dad started scribbling us a message. Sorry, I've lost my voice. He turned over to the next sheet. If I find it, I'll let you know. He turned the page again. But until then, I can't act in your play. No! This was a disaster. This was supposed to be our last chance, me and Bella, to do something fun together. I had to come up with something to fix this fast. I ran straight to Bella's house. It was time to talk to her dad again. Mr. Allen, I said, we need you. Bella needs you. I told him about my dad losing his voice and how we were stuck without someone to play Lily's dad. As soon as he heard that Bella was sad, he agreed to be in our play. If we're going to do this, he said, we're going to do it well. Let's make this the best play ever. Awesome! Finally, we were all smiling, but could we perform the play as well as we'd hoped? We'd soon find out because it was showtime. Everyone had done an awesome job with their plays. We were loving it. Henry and James Snot had written a play called Sticky Business. They were just two kids playing in the park when they heard a sad meowing coming from the bottom of a well. Meow, meow, me sad. There's a kitten stuck in the well, said Henry. How will we get her out? They tried sending down a bucket, a ball of yarn, a scratching post on a rope, but nothing worked. Bucket, wool, scratching post. Until Snot Glue to the rescue. They used James Snot to climb down. James Snot to climb down climb down to the kitten. Everyone cheered. Well done, James, said Henry. We avoided a catastrophe. Meow, me happy. Handsome and super funny were hilarious. Hans was playing an incredibly good-looking show dog, and Sue was his keeper, a keeper obsessed with winning best in show. She was completely over the top and very funny. Let's go take that crown, Sir Lick-a-Lot, she cried. Hans was a natural at playing a super handsome pooch. And every time he did something amazing, super funny, did something hilarious. When Hans leaped over a hurdle with ease, up, 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 Sue tripped on a dog bone and went flying. Oof! When Hans was posing and showing off his doggy muscles, I'm your biggest fan. Sue went to sit down and completely missed the chair. The crowd absolutely loved them. There was loads of clapping and cheering. Simply the best. Then it was Toby Hogan and Wendy's turn. They were baboons in their play, escaping from the zoo. Baboons on the loose. It was so funny, but maybe not in the way they'd planned. Poor Toby kept getting his backside stuck in the stage props. Help! 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 The crowd loved it. Soon it was time for our show. Coming up next, Smarty Pup, the Possum Genius. Chapter 7. We were up. Mr. Allen was such a pro. He'd nailed his lines in no time. He really was a star. Well, good morning, Dad. Lily, am I dreaming? I swear the dog just talked to me. I think I've gone barking mad. Bella was nailing it as a lily. WeirDo was performing perfectly too. Finished reading. I wonder if a dog can get a library card. Everything was going really well, and the crowd seemed to love what we'd come up with. Everyone was laughing at JJ's jokes. What do you call a dog scientist? A Labrador. What do you call a rabbit with fleas? Bugs Bunny. What do you call a lazy baby kangaroo? A pouch potato. Why is a bee's hair always sticky? Because it uses a honeycomb. What time does a duck wake up? At the quack of dawn. Ha ha, ha ha, so cool. I love Smarty Pup. And before long, we'd come to the end of the play. It was time for the big song. I peered over at Bella. She looked super nervous. You can do it. But what if I mess it up? She whispered back. Suddenly, a familiar voice echoed from the back of the hall. You can do it, Bella. Bella stood on her tippy toes, trying to spot who'd called out. Go on, Bella. Give it your best shot. It was her mum. Seeing her mum in the audience gave Bella the boost she needed to sing the song. There was a moment of quiet as she stood there nervously. Then she started singing and she absolutely nailed it. Smarty Pup, you're my best friend. We'll be best buddies until the end. You're so funny and you're so clever. You and I will be friends forever. In the end, everyone was singing along. Friends forever. When our play finished, the crowd went wild. We got a standing ovation. Clap, 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 clap. When all the plays were over, everyone hung out backstage celebrating a great show. Sensational work, everyone. Hey Bella, said Henry, walking up to us with his camera out. I got it all on film so you can show your mum. And at that moment, Mr. Allen wheeled Bella's mum in. They were both smiling. Well done, everyone. Good news, said Bella's mum. I'm feeling much better and don't have to go back to hospital. Mrs. Allen told us that she was on the road to recovery and would be back to fighting fit in no time. And that won the biggest cheer of the night. Woohoo! Amazing! So we didn't need to film the play after all, asked Henry. He was about to delete the recording, but I quickly stopped him. No, wait! I had another idea. Why don't we post footage of the play online? I suggested. You can just never tell what will become popular. Here's my current top 3 favourite videos. A duck chasing a cat through a shoe store. An opera singer's pants falling down. A monkey jumping off a diving board. If they could become hugely popular, then maybe our play could too. For now, it was time to say goodbye to Bella. I'd been dreading this moment. The Allens were moving over the weekend. I couldn't believe she wouldn't be at school next week. Well, I suppose I'll see you later, I said, awkwardly putting out my hand for a handshake. You'll have to do better than that, she smiled and gave me an enormous hug. Friends forever, friends forever. Before we knew it, everyone had joined our hug. Hug fest! Dad woke me up in the morning. At last, his voice had come back. Rise and shine, son, he said. Or should I say, rise and shine, superstar. Superstar? What was he talking about? Look, 1 million views. Smarty Pup had gone viral. Everyone loved our genius dog. He was a hit. And the next day, we were even in the newspaper. I wanted to rush over to celebrate with Bella, but she wasn't there anymore. Chapter 8. I was still on a bit of a high from our play going viral online, but I was dreading going to school, knowing that Bella wouldn't be there. When I got there, lots of kids were coming up to me, congratulating me on our hit video. I had so many slaps on my back, I was almost falling over. Even the teachers seemed impressed. I never had so much attention in my life. I was so overwhelmed, I was wandering around in a bit of a daze. And then all of a sudden, I saw something that completely blew my mind. It was Bella. What are you doing here? I asked. I thought you'd gone for good. You won't believe it, she said, but let's just say Smarty Pup has saved the day in a way we weren't expecting. The play going viral meant that another theatre group in town saw her dad's awesome acting in the play, and they offered him a job. And now that her mum was better, they no longer needed as much help from her grandparents. You know, the ones who lived far, far away. Come here, my brave girl. Did this mean what I thought it meant? Yes, said Bella, reading my mind. I'm staying. Time for Hugfest round 2. Bella, Bella, Bella. The end. Thanks for watching this video, guys. And no more weirdos. We got Ninja Kid coming up. So see you in that one.